Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I hope the sun is not too bright right here. I might try to keep my hand up here to try to block it for you, but hope y'all are doing well this morning. I'm sorry it's been a minute since I have been on here. I did post last night a video of Richard and I going to Hobby Lobby. That was taken, I think, back in August, but it's just taken me so long to get up because of everything that's been going on and just trying to find the time basically to do it. So that's something I'll get into in a second, but I think it's a cute video, and so if you would like to see the person that I'm dating now and his first trip ever to Hobby Lobby, please check that out because we enjoyed making that little video together. I can't really remember, I know I have before, but I don't think I've made many YouTube videos with people I've been in relationships with, and especially that really enjoyed it. And I think he did enjoy making that video, so that was fun. But anyway, last week was one of the longest weeks, and I know I say that a lot, but I need to confess that I have bit off more than I can chew with trying to do this school and work full-time and have a long-distance relationship and trying to do some form of self-care for myself. When I tell y'all last week I felt like I was crashing emotionally, and it wasn't from cramps or PMS or anything, like it had nothing to do with it. I didn't even have any of that. It was literally just because I felt so overwhelmed by my life, and I felt frustrated that I couldn't do everything, and I wasn't sleeping well. I definitely haven't been going to the gym. I wasn't talking to my boyfriend as much because I was trying to study, and I wasn't able to study enough because I was so tired that I wasn't absorbing the information. And sometimes I hear about other people being able to do things, and I'm like, why couldn't I do it? I can do it. If I can make a really high GPA in school, and I can, get my associate's degree when I used to live with someone else on an air mattress on the floor, I can surely get through this. You know what I mean? You try to give yourself reasons for it to be okay when you feel like you're in chaos. Same way when you're in a toxic relationship, you try to justify the way you feel. But the older I get and the more lessons I learn, the more I realize that our body lets us know when something's wrong. Our body and our mind, like an alarm is going off. And we know ourselves, obviously. We live within our body. We know how certain things look when we're doing mentally well. Or if you've stepped back and been like, that's different. I don't normally do this. I don't normally act like this. That would, be a sign that maybe something is triggering you. Something is going on. Something feels upsetting. Something is off. You're dealing with change. Granted, I'm not a self-help book, and probably, I should be recommending you to read those for things like that. But we know my life and everything I've been through. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jenny, and I made this channel to start over and to record it. My journey of starting a new job, of starting a new, just the career, the long distance relationship I'm now in, the choices I'm making to start over independently. And I want to look back and see my growth and everything I went through and be so proud of my time here. Though I have complained a lot about it. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to start over. It's not easy to walk away from your previous life. It can be a relief, but also it can be very scary and very frustrating and very, I'm going to try to angle you differently. And very, confusing. It could be confusing because sometimes what we thought was going to happen is not how the storyline goes, or things come up within our story that we didn't expect, and we have to figure out the resources to be able to combat those things. It's a whole thing. If you want to watch my journey, feel free to watch all the videos previous to this video, and you'll see different struggles I have gone through, both emotionally and financially. But basically, all of my alarms were going off in my body. I'm crying a lot. I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling defeated. I'm feeling like everything is negative. My mindset is not good. My outlook on my job is definitely not good. I'm wanting to just basically run away and hide from the world and everything. I want a hole to go into that's completely dark, where I don't have to deal with anything, where I could just go to sleep and get away from everything. I forget what the word for that is. I'm sure y'all know. Like when you want to just separate yourself from what's going on. Last night I did email my, not recruiter, but like the person that got me into that college. And I did ask her questions about withdrawing from it. I have not officially withdrawn. But I think for right now, the best answer, if I'm able to financially do it, is to withdraw. If I can't financially do it, like I'm on financial aid, so you have to complete so many courses per it's like a semester per section to be able to keep getting that grant money. If I withdraw, like I don't know if I like withdraw out of it, if they're going to charge me money at this point, because I have used it for like a month technically. I gotta find all that out because I can't owe $4,000. In a situation like that, I would just have to figure out how to continue and how to make this work for what it is. So that's something I'm going to be looking into doing. And I felt a lot of relief when I made that decision. Not that I would not ever revisit it, not that it was the wrong decision to try it, but I do think my focus for this next new year needs to be on keeping this job, keeping myself as healthy as possible, going to the gym again. I started that up again yesterday. I would like to do that like 2 or 3 times a week, including some afternoons after when I work, or nights, technically nights. Not every night, but maybe like every other night, and get into the habit of doing that. When I'm doing the school stuff, y'all, I don't have time to do that. I don't, because I have to go home, make my lunch, take a shower, put my clothes out for the next day. Then I have to like study this, and then I have to like get ready to go to bed. And by then it's almost past 10:30, and I'm trying to call my boyfriend, and it's so much with a little bit of time I have left. I work from like 8:30 in the morning to 5:30 at night. And when I say you get every single minute at this job, you really do, because kids are not picked up until sometimes past 5:30. So some people will stay with the kids, and then some people get let go. And usually my children are gone by 5:30, so that's normally when I do leave. But yeah, I mean, I could try to study during their nap time, which is an hour, but it also falls back on, you know, just being so exhausted that when I'm reading, I actually want to like fall asleep. So anyway, I'm not going to keep giving like tons of excuses. I'm just saying that right now, something needs to not be an element, and I'm not be there. And I'm proud that, again, that I tried it. So anyway, I'm going to be adjusting that, going to the gym more. I got a new wallet the other day to help with budgeting. I would get it out for you. But it's like down here. Actually, hold on. My wallet. Okay, this is from a thrift store. It is not by Louis Vuitton. I know you are shocked. What I liked about it, y'all see this little section right here that has little pictures. Y'all see how there's some money in there? I decided I'm going to use these as budgeting pockets. I'm going to put money in these little sections for my food money for the current week and the following week. And that way I don't use my debit card. I'm not overusing it. I can save more money in that situation. And I work better with cash, y'all. I work a lot better with cash. I really do like this wallet. This wallet's really cool, and it has like a little space for your change. And it looks like it has little, if you could see, little cards on it, like little vintage cards, and it feels good in my hand. So anyway, for $1.99, I just saw those little places for pictures, and I'm like, you know what? I could put cash in there for certain little things. And I save so much money when I work with cash. I'm a big supporter of Dave Ramsey on saving money, and just his perspective on how you should have $1,000 emergency fund, and all of his points. The debt snowball helped me pay off a lot of debt. I need to actually reread his books to get more motivated to get my debt down, because right now, and I hate saying that I have debt, but I do. I have medical debt. I have a credit card. I'm in like some credit card debt, not a lot, thank goodness. Once I get rid of this credit card for the car, y'all remember that AC unit that went out? I'm still paying on that. Mercy. And I was like, oh, maybe it would be good just to have a car credit card just in case. I gotta tell you what happened to my car the other day. But let me tell you, just in case happens constantly to me. And I need to find other ways, or just say no to it, other than put it on a credit card that has almost, I think it's like a 30% almost interest on it. 30%. That's the going rate. Whenever anyone sends me an offer for a card anymore, it is like 25 to 30%. It's unbelievable. It's never below 20 anymore. And I'm just like, my credit isn't that bad. What is, I'm not a believer in credit cards. Not for me. I go into a lot of credit card debt because I have a lot of needs. A lot of emergencies come up. I use them as they should be used. It's not like I go shopping for Goodwill items or even expensive items or coffee, or I'm not putting that stuff anymore on credit cards. I did stuff like that when I was younger, but not anymore. This is for like actual bills or car repairs, and I get myself in so much trouble. So it's just gonna have to stay broken until your girl got the money to fix it. That's our new policy. We ain't doing debt like that no more, because that, for me, it caused me problems for a long time to come. So anyway, there's that. Let me tell you real quick what happened to the car wash. Shout out to Tiger Express Car Wash in Easley. There's this guy there, and he worked for the place when I washed my car. I drove it around to vacuum it, and my key fob and my phone were in the car. Closed the door. The door was unlocked. All the doors were unlocked, and my door automatically locked. All my doors locked. Everything in the car. Do you want to talk about, if you're an anxious person, can you just imagine all of a sudden not having access to your keys or your phone? You can't call for help. This is the first time I've even been to this car wash. I didn't even know exactly where anybody was. I knew if I walked around, maybe I could find somebody, but I didn't know if they could help me at all. My first thought was, do I need to break my window to get to my stuff? I mean, that's really where your mind goes if you are anxious. Now, thank goodness your girl didn't have a hammer, because she might have actually tried, or a book or something like that. Because I was like freaking out. And then I was like, okay, no. I asked the car next to me, the lady next to me, if she'd ever had that happen with her car, and she was nice, but she's like, no, I've never had that happen. And I could tell she felt bad, but she had no idea what to tell me. So I went inside and I told the guys what had happened, and immediately I found out he's the shift manager at this place. His name was Sam, and he grabbed the tools, and he came, and he, for 45 minutes, helped to get into my door. He had a pack to do it. He had done it before, but I don't think he'd ever done it before on my type of car. And for whatever reason, it was kind of giving him trouble, but he didn't give up. He kept going. It wasn't so much getting the door separated from the car. And that's really interesting. It has like little blood pressure cuffs almost. You squeeze, you pump it, and this little thing kind of blows up to separate your door from your car. It was so neat. But he had this long stick with this plastic part of the end of it that he had to put in through the door to hit my lock that's down here. And the end of it was plastic and rubbery and bendable. And for some reason, I don't know why they made it so bendable. It was hard. He was on the lock and he kept pressing it. But even though he was trying to press the unlock side, the only thing my car would do was lock. Even when he pressed it on the unlock side, it was just like he couldn't get it to press all the way. So he tried and tried and tried. He didn't give up. And finally, my door came unlocked. And I was so thankful. I wish I had a 20 to give him. I did not. I had $11. I gave that to him. And he was really appreciative. And he's like, if you happen to be willing to give me a good review, I'd really appreciate it. And so I went home and I reviewed his car wash and said what he did and how thankful I was for him. He said reviews really matter. They go around like wildfire. Because what people say, is critical about your business. And I get that. There's so many times where I've said, oh, I'll leave reviews, and then I never really got around to it. But in that situation, I made time and I made sure I did that for him. So I hope the review helped, and I do really, really appreciate him doing that for me, because I don't know exactly what I would have done, because I couldn't get to a phone. I didn't have my AAA number. I guess I could have figured out what AAA's number was from another phone if I had to walk somewhere. I think my counseling has played a huge role in the fact that in situations like that, I at least don't completely lose it. I'm able to stay calm enough to realize I need to find help. I don't completely crash out. I don't know what I would have done a long time ago other than have a heart attack. Anyway, though, I'm trying to think about what else I can update y'all with. I do feel better today. I feel like I have slept more. I did do self-care. My good friend that I thrift shop with, she's lovely, and she's from the last school I used to work for. She had her birthday this past weekend, and so we spent Saturday thrift shopping all day long together, and I really enjoyed that. And we got Smoothie King and just sat there and talked to each other while it rained, and that was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. I made her a little birthday basket, and she seemed to really find that exciting. She told me when I make her baskets, it makes her feel like she's a little kid again, and it's just kind of nostalgic for her, and I'm thankful I can give that to her. So it was her birthday Saturday, did that Saturday. Sunday, let's see, what all did I do other than wash my car? I did wash my car. I did vacuum my car. I did get my keys out of my car, so that's good. I made chili yesterday, so that lasts for a little while. I have that food when I get home. I put up my clothes. I put up my laundry. I vacuumed my room. I read 2 chapters of one of my new books. I think it's called Tell Me 3 Things. It's cute. It's cute. I don't know the writer, but I want to get some romance books that are like light and sweet and easy to read, because I think as much as I love motivational books, and there's nothing wrong with those, sometimes it could just be too much information and you just want to escape into a story. Does that make sense? Like, you want to get out of what's happening in your life and get into another world. And you can't really do that with motivational books, because they are like reflective. They make you think, introspective type books about yourself and your goals and what you're doing, wrong or right, or what you can add to your life. And that can help de-stress you to a point, to organize you and calm you down. But also, I feel like when you are feeling very anxious and chaotic and you need to bring it down, that motivational books are not always the answer. And I'm surprised I'm saying that, because I do enjoy books like that so much. Books about money, books about doing things differently. I'm an overthinker, and so I'm always thinking, or you're trying to figure something out or make decisions or thinking about what I could do differently. And I need more calm in my life, and more cute and more peace. And I do think that reading certain young adults style books that are shorter, that I can relate to, but that are, written well, would be very beneficial to do. So I'm definitely going to work on that. And also too, if y'all would like, I would love to do a little review of the books that I'm reading, so I could tell you about them, what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them, and if I would recommend them for somebody that was struggling with anxiety. Because people, or at least I, struggle to retain information in books. Sometimes I reread the pages. I don't know what it is about it, but intaking information can be very challenging for me. So I will definitely let you know about some books if I recommend them, if y'all would enjoy that. Sorry, my boyfriend was messaging me, so I was like, what are you saying? But I would love to make videos on books that I'm reading and tell y'all about them, and do little book hauls at the thrift store, bring y'all with me, show you what books I pick out. I love being surrounded by books. My grandmother used to have bookshelves of books, before it was popular. Wall-to-wall bookshelves of books. And my granddad did too. He was a huge reader, and I would love to carry that on and one day have bookshelves like that. So if y'all would like that, I will make some videos about book hauls and books and share that with you. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta eat some breakfast before I go into work. But thank you for being here, loving me through everything, supporting me, seeing me, and wanting to be part of my journey. If you're getting out of a relationship, just know that I know how it feels. And if you want somewhere safe to be, where you can watch someone who goes through it, who hits obstacles that maybe you are finding in your life, or maybe you're thinking about getting out of a toxic relationship and you're just starting to think about it. I'm not saying you'll face the things that I have faced or the emotions, but it does really help to know that we're not going it alone, and that other people out there really do care. Even though I may not know you personally, I empathize with the struggle, the battle just to make that decision to separate from someone that you were so used to being with, even if it's not a healthy relationship. To make the choice to be alone, to be uncomfortable, to leave what feels comforting, which maybe your home or your lifestyle, your environment, and to step out because you believe something better is out there. Someone is out there who's going to treat you better, or a different career, or whatever it is that you're wanting that you can't get to because this relationship is holding you back. I feel that deep within ourselves, we have the knowledge and the feeling and the strength to be able to do it when we are ready to do it. You'll never be officially ready. I'm a believer that you'll never be officially ready to leave a relationship, to say goodbye to someone that you love or have loved. You're never, as I always say with people we love when they pass away, it's never long enough with them. We always are like, why did they have to go right now? Why did this have to happen? When would it have been okay for it to happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard no matter what it is, when it is. But when it's meant to happen, I am a believer that a door or window will be open, a resource will be provided, as long as you lean into your faith. I'm a Christian. I believe in prayer. I absolutely believe that the Lord saw me in my situation. I called out to him. I asked him to help remove me from that situation, to please like give me a way to get out. And when I say that, like, he did, he really did. I mean, there came a place there. I waited and waited for the right move to make, and I found a place I could afford to rent with a roommate, a person I did not know, a complete stranger off Facebook Marketplace. I went out, I met her after work, I got an air mattress, I bought my own air mattress, I moved all my stuff single-handedly by myself into my car. I made like 20 trips, it felt like. Probably more like 15 or 10, but it felt like 20. Moved all my plants by myself, everything heavy. I went to Goodwill, I bought suitcases, I filled them with my stuff, and I moved myself, and that was the right decision for me. And I got out, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and it hasn't been. Easy isn't the right word, but as you can see in my last video, I have met someone that is absolutely amazing, which is something I wanted to do. I retained my job. I kept it, the one that I moved up here for, and then I decided to transfer to another job later on, after I had lived with my current roommate for like a year, and it was the right decision in the right time. I transferred jobs. So I was strategic in how I decided to do things, and I did go into some debt to be able to obviously, do this, because it costs money to be able to live and whatnot, but it will ultimately be worth it. I already know that. And I am healthier mentally and physically, spiritually, for getting out of that situation. It was the right decision. I continue to stand by what I did. I'm thankful I created this channel, that I could look back, see what I accomplished, and be proud of myself for it. And just so thankful you could be with me on a lot of the journey. So again, thank you for standing by me. And if you ever want to reach out to me, I'm happy to help advise you if I can. So take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, and love yourself, because I know y'all are all doing absolutely amazing in everything you're trying to do right now. Okay? It's a hard world. It's a hard economy, but we're here together. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.